You guys are positive, right? Like, you sure? Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're here. Like 100%? No. Jubilee. Like, we're talking about the same person here, right? Alright, just trying to make sure. Okay. Ow, nah. Hey everybody, welcome back. WolverThor here to bring you the newest, most up-to-date information about the new legendary X-Men. Someone you'd expect to be legendary. God, do I really have to say this? Like, really? Alright, fine. Yes. Okay. Jubilee, the new legendary X-Men. Get excited. She's the best. You're gonna love her. Because she's legendary. And it's makes sense. Because she's legendary. Alright, can we reshoot this? Are we sure about this, guys? Oh, okay, let's just go. Yes. Bring me something. Alright. WolverThor. Okay, so all jokes aside here, we've got Jubilee as the next legendary character in Marvel Strike Force. The next X-Men legendary character, I'd probably say less than 1% of the population of Marvel Strike Force probably saw this coming.
Give me more. That's tickles.
So it is a bit of a surprise. We're going to go briefly through the blog. You guys have probably seen a number of different content creators already doing this. You probably already read it yourself. I will be giving you my specific thoughts on a couple different things as I go through this, but really what I'm going to do is tell you why, in all seriousness, Jubilee could be a legitimate legendary character. And I hope you don't hate me after this.
Joy. What's that? Get out of my way! Look out!
Because I was a 90s animated series X-Men kid growing up, and I very much thought Jubilee was an afterthought. So, anyway, having said that, let's just see what we got here, okay? So, it goes through the normal stuff, talks about, here it is, Jubilee, make every battle a celebration with the next legendary character, Jubilee. Jubilation Lee, full name, and it does talk about her ability to generate multicolored burst plasma energy, and they can explode, desired intensity, ranges for blinding light to massive concussive forces, that can turn tree into toothpicks. That part is clearly tying into some of the stuff we're going to get into in a little bit. Where she actually does have some pretty astonishing powers, more so than what you saw in the 90s cartoon. So I probably, depending how the kids are and stuff, I'm going to edit some stuff in here with some of her abilities that you're going to see. Some of them was, it's actually pretty solid, you know, impressive. And then some other were pretty lackluster. For the astonishing X-Men, Jubilee, blah, 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 capable of detonating enemy teams, but tonight we'll highlight her special ability. So they don't get into her full kit in this. I think there's reasons behind that. You know, there's speculation that this was a last-minute change or that this was a discussion that was flip-flopping around. I'll let everybody else be the judge of that, but I was pretty surprised not to see a full kit in this. So they talk about her special ability, what's sure to be the grand finale for all enemies. Jubilee's special ability attacks a primary target and then calls all of her astonishing X-Men allies to attack. If she eliminates her target, Jubilee then spreads the multi-negative effects from the targets to all her enemies. So this is a very Red Skull-esque ability here. And for anyone who's really hating on this situation with her being legendary, think about it for a second. Jubilee in the cartoon, she really did need everybody's help to do something. So that's kind of a little fanboy play there, right? Getting everyone to help her kill somebody. Right? Stretch? I don't know. Maybe.
Destroy all mutants with the friends of humanity. Who needs enemies?
Oh, and you better know about that synergy with Kitty Pryde that they alluded to. Here's the part of Kitty Pryde's passive, Untouchable, that you didn't see. If Jubilee is an ally on enemy miss, that's critical, or Astonishing X-Men dodge, heal the most Astonishing X-Men ally for 10% of this character's max health. So, that was on Kitty Pryde. So you're going to want enemy missing a lot, aka blinds, aka Jubilee, you better be blinding people. Or on an Astonishing X-Men dodge, which could be your friend Nightcrawler potentially, if he ends up being there. Because there's not a whole lot of other dodges out there outside of some of the stuff that Kitty was doing. So we'll see. Otherwise, it's going to not... look, Beast could be good, but we'll see. So I felt like these guys were building to be like symbiote lights. But that was before I saw Jubilee come in as the legendary. We'll see what the kit ends up being and who the 5th character ends up being on this team as well. So yeah, the enemy miss, I could see that she blinds a lot of people. For a second today, I was talking about like a yo-yo type blind. What I mean by that is, what if Jubilee had a 75% chance to blind somebody on enemy turn? Like, that would be awesome. You still got the 25% chance that they don't get blinded, and you've got characters that will always or will never miss, or whatever the thing is, where even if they're blinded, War Machine's alt, stuff like that. That could be pretty sick. It could be pretty nice. If it was 50 or below, I'd kind of be like, it's pretty weak. But if it's, I'd say closer to 75%, I'd feel pretty good about that. And then Jubilee will be arriving after the aforementioned Iceman and Kitty Pryde. And it says in a subsequent release early next year. So I expect this in the first quarter of 2021, which I know we all can't wait to get to that year. At least hopefully have a better year than 2020. And then it says, and she'll be making an explosive entrance in 2020 with a backup from another unexpected ally. So we'll see what that's all about. Again, the unexpected part, is that a play on words? Is there, are they just saying that to keep us away from Nightcrawler? We'll see. They also say no hints this time, but we'll enjoy listening to the inevitable speculation. So unexpected, inevitable. You can do some Google searches there. Some things do pop up, but it's a little light. So, and then, Doom War Chapter 3, we know this is coming, the trait requirements, Hero Tech, Supernatural, Avengers, Fantastic Four. The Spoils of War include Orange Mini Uniques, which I love that they're still calling them that. Thank you for that. And Character Shards, we get Graviton and Taskmaster, which was in a data mine the other day. So Taskmaster's great. We'll see if Graviton sticks there. I know I personally don't need them, but, War Store is tough to come by. So this could be nice for some early players who don't want to spend War Store currency on somebody like Graviton. December calendar, Snowball calendar. We'll see that, and Snow Globes and Gold Orbs. I remember that, I don't know if it was last year, but I feel like Snow Globes had something to do with, I think Mobile Gamer mentioned this Hulk a couple years back. I would hope they wouldn't recycle Hulk in there, but we'll see. The December calendar, Cyclops, don't miss any days if you're unlocking them. A legendary requirement, Ebony Maw. So now there's some uncertainty about exactly what the order of legendary is going to be. We'll figure that out at some point. Blitz is coming up, Doctor Strange, Yellow Jacket, and then Hand Sentries. So anyway, that was the blog. The main thing that everybody's really talking about with this is Jubilee. Her being a legendary. And how strong her powers are.
Leave Rose alone!
Whoa! That tickles.
So let's actually look. Okay, let's not be haters. Let's actually look to see what we got here. All right, so we are on Wiki, just a wiki page for Jubilee, right? So you go down to powers and abilities. We've got mutant powers as Wandra, which is something, there's an image here, Jubilee is Wandra, which, where is that Wandra thing at? I don't know the lore behind this. I saw it earlier, but Wandra is a different form that she basically takes here. So it's vampire abilities and an innate trait and abilities. So we're going to go through this. Normally I don't like to read these much. I'm not going to read it line by or word for word, but I just want to hit on some big points here that actually justify Jubilee as potentially being a legendary. So they talk about her power to generate pyrotechnic energy plasmoids from her hands. Okay, and she's referred to these as fireworks, and that's where the cartoon comes from. It's like doo fireworks, blah blah blah. You know, and Juggernaut being like tickles, hee hee, giggles. They obey her mental control, traveling where she directs them, arranging them in various shapes, and exploiting what she wishes. The strength of the blast varied in degrees of power intensity. That's the part that's important to know, okay? These blasts vary in the degree of power intensity and can range from a multitude of color sparkles, the fireworks, capable of temporarily blinding somebody, to a powerful detonation capable of smashing objects and destroying property. Hence the comment in the blog about splintering trees. Or a precision burst inside a human brain, which would be cool if she had a stun. I could see a stun coming from that. And it talks about simulating the effects of a massive stroke. Jubilee can also absorb the energy back into her own body without harm. While training in Generation X, Emma Frost described Jubilee as having the untapped ability to detonate matter at a subatomic level. And that's really where the legendary aspect comes in, is that this untapped ability to get it at a subatomic level, which in theory is equivalent to a nuclear fission bomb. It doesn't get all that much stronger than that, right? So she's got that potential inside of her. Her moral stance on taking a life was observed by Emma when Jubilee explained a fear of killing, blah, 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 blah. It talks about the storyline there. So she destroyed the Mandarin's mansion in a massive explosion out of grief after believing that Wolverine had been killed. Emma stated Jubilee had unlimited potential and was one of the most powerful mutants she has ever encountered. So that right there, and Emma Frost is, a mind reader. She's one of the more powerful mutants herself. So the fact that she's saying that, and that Jubilee has this unlimited potential and is one of the most powerful mutants that Emma Frost has ever encountered, gives justification for the fact that Jubilee is a legendary in Marvel Strike Force. Don't kill me! Okay, I guess I expected to punch myself in the face after saying that. Jubilee, Age of Apocalypse, alternate, a few columns using her powers, blah, blah, blah. Jubilee also displayed apparent immunity to telepathy, which is fun, which is soon admonished by writers. In the aftermath of House of M, Jubilee is one of the many mutants to be depowered. Cool story. So then we got the Wanderer stuff. Jubilee was among the mutants to be powered by M-Day, fell into deep depression, fell in loss of her powers. During this time, she was known as the alias Wanderer. Wanderer gained highly advanced technology to replace her mutant powers. That's just kind of something that... So I guess it's really just tech stuff that I don't expect to see. So the vampire abilities here. She also gained the powers of a vampire from her transformation by the bite of... and I'm going to butcher this. Verandius. Exorus, son of Dracula. Her powers included superhuman strength and speed, the ability to turn into vapor, which is very interesting. It's possible that she can heal much faster than a human. As a vampire, Jubilee now possesses all of the weaknesses of a vampire. She uses a medallion created by I don't even know how to say it. It's an X, but I want to say Varus, which allowed all vampires to endure the sunlight. Cured Jubilee from her vampire status after using a shard of the Phoenix Force and restoring her mutant powers. Inane traits and abilities, talented gymnast, inline skater. Now that inline skating, I know I've been talking about this nuclear bomb and stuff, but the truth is, the inline skating is really what's going to come through clutch here. Okay? The inline skating. I hope if we ever get any skins in this game, that they do something with that. It would be necessary. While living on her own, she used her own skills to evade, capture, and stealing to survive, blah, blah, blah. Xmen Australia, hand-to-hand combat skills, learning on the streets while she was in LA County, Juvie, being coached by Wolverine. Yeah, so it's just some hand-to-hand stuff here. So anyway, the inline skating, number one. And then obviously, it's really about the stuff that Emma talks about. Just this untapped potential, nuclear bombs, the fact that she can control some of this power for any particular intensity. So look, I'm frustrated. I was disappointed, but there is some justification behind this. You know, you could also come into the money aspect of things and be like, no one's going to really want Jubilee. Now, if she's on a good team and she's required, she doesn't need to be legendary. People are going to want her regardless. I don't know. For me, like, I just, X-Men are a very fanboy heavy genre of Marvel, and it just feels dirty not to really, get, you need to really hone in on that, in my opinion. Scopely really needs to knock it out of the park with some of their next X-Men here, because people are going to get frustrated because X-Men are huge and people love them. So I think this is a potential miss on their part, honestly, just being real. And I think that it would have been better. Now, I thought Nightcrawler was a little bit of a stretch, but he's very popular. So I was like, okay, that's fine. But Jubilee, well, again, it's here. I get it. I just feel like it would have been better to do a little bit more fanboy type service, fangirl type service, to give a character that would be a little bit more popular than Jubilee, even with these powers that Emma knows in the comics and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what I got. Yeah, I'm not even sure how to end it at this point, but some powers from Jubilee. She's strong. All right, so anyway, appreciate you stopping by. Hammer down the like button, notification bell, subscribe button, all that stuff. Till next time, I still hope you have a wonderful day.